bit of Subaru, you want like a bit of chicken and chip, or a bit of special sauce too, whack that bad boy on there.
Oh, boys!
Rough with it.
I've been looking for it. Can you witness this for me, dog?
Get away! Bye, Sam.
Shut up.
When I'm forbian, I just fold these out, and we've got a bull bar, a 5-poster, right? It's a big hopper knocker, they call them. Bolts to the front of this thing, right? It comes the whole way down and around, and it'll, oi, George, we got sneaky little wipers too. That's pretty dope. Yeah, anyway, welcome back to another Street Race Solutions video. As you can see, we do have the Jaguar behind me, well next to me I guess you'd say. The LS swapped Jag. We finished up gearbox crossmember for the Turbo 400 yesterday. Got that painted up today, welded in on the floor. Didn't burn the carpet down or the car down, so that's a good start because Sam loves burning shit.
Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
And yeah, other than that, we've got windscreen wipers on the headlights, which is weird because they're headlight wipers, not windscreen wipers, because there's no windscreen down there, George. See? Alright, come on. See, it's still in here. I made sure, so what we did, right, is we put this keyhole in it so no one could pinch my fuel. Because they could tell. I don't know how they could tell my fuel cap was behind here, but they did, so we put a little key cap on it. They won't even know now, can't even pinch it. Walking back in here again, George, walking back in here again, we've got Braaps. I think where I left is on Braaps on the last episode, we were installing this, maybe, yeah. Currently working on some bottom intercooler mounts, bracketry, and then once we get that dialed in, I've got the PWR oil coolers, which we showed you in the previous one. They're going behind the 76mm Plasma Man intercooler, George. 76mm, not 80mm, not 100mm, 76mm Plasma Man. Since we cleared that up. Yeah, we've got the oil coolers going in behind that, and then we're going to bring the car down. The next step will be start with the intercooler piping, see what we run into, what issues we run into. Not issues, sorry. Yeah, issues, they're issues. Once we get to them, then we'll work out what we're going to do to get around them. But yeah, until then, Daniel just did an introduction for George. I hope you've been liking our content. If you do, let us know in the comments below. If you don't, let us know in the comments below. And yeah, so I got something in my eye. Reckon it's an eyeball? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. We'll do a bit of bird's eyeing with the GoPro, George. Since Sam's not here to walk around and be annoying. And yeah. On. Torch. Ready. Rod. Got it.
Clean the outside edges that you can see.
Copy on the outside edges that I can see, yeah. You like that? Watch yourself, mate. Try and get around here. You're getting old, man. Just pushed me over.
All right, we've got the R34 here. So we've got a few more parts coming on their way very shortly. So we want to sort of get a run on that. So once they get here, we can start doing that. So got his intercooler mounted up. So this is a Zoo Performance Intercooler. Looking at it, I believe it's around the same 5.5 inch size. Haven't actually measured it, but it's a big boy. So got Daniel to weld on one of the like block mounts to the center of the intercooler and then made up the top mount. Gonna get it back in pretty soon and just make the bottom mounts for it. We just got the top mount on because we were waiting on this. When we got the car, it didn't have a factory Rio. It had like a bodged up, chopped up one. So we've been trying to source a factory Rio. So we finally got that on the car and then got the intercooler knocked up so that we can just see if it was all going to fit the way we wanted it to, which it is, and the front bar is going to fit on nicely as well. So got the mount done up. Yeah, from there we're going to get the engine back down, and it's got engine mounts and it's got a cross member already made. So we'll get the engine actually in the car. Once that's in, we'll finish off these tubs that Daniel started on a while ago, and he's got them pretty much ready to just put in the intercooler panels, the intercooler hole panel, like where your battery tray would normally be. Get those panels put back in, and then we'll get the engine and gearbox put back in, and then we'll make some intercooler piping for it. Dump pipe, exhaust, all that stuff. So we'll should be back onto this thing relatively soon, as well as Jared's car. We're going to get back on that pretty heavily as well. The red car. Type X, mate. Way better, way gooder. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so we got Tyson's Type X 180. It's been kicking around in the background. We've been sort of pottering away, doing bits and pieces here and there on it. So we're doing a bit of a turbo shuffle game here at the moment. So if you remember Justin's white R33, it had a 2530 in it. It had this G30 770 on it, and it was maxed out. So we've taken the G30 770 off of Justin's car, still a perfect turbo. We've put it onto Tyson's SR20. So that's a nice turbo. The G series are like really good. They love to spool, so it'll be no trouble for the little 2 litre to spool that bad boy up.
Not at all, will it?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No. As for the engine itself, it's pretty much what did it had rods in it, didn't it?
It's
or
God's
it had pistons.
motor, yeah.
What
It's
did
got
it have?
God, Jesus, religion in there.
Whatever. So SR20 VCT, little VCT engine here. So it's the bottom end to us is unknown. I'm not too sure. It did look like it's been rebuilt. We're not sure entirely what's in it, but we pretty much pulled the head off. It was a running engine. It was all sweet, ready to go. So we pulled the head off, put a Nismo head gasket on it with head studs in it just to safeten that aspect of it up. We're not going to push huge power with this thing, but we just, with the condition / quality of the head gasket unknown, it still had factory head bolts, so we wanted to bulletproof it a little bit. Not bulletproof, but you know what I mean, like make it just that little bit safer, sleep better at night. This thing will only probably push like 300 horsepower or something like that. Really, it's not going to be a power-oriented car. It's just going to be a nice street car, especially being a Type X 180. It'll be lovely. So we got the engine and the gearbox back in the car. Going to put some of the accessories on, waiting for some new hoses and stuff like that. And then Daniel will knock up some intercooler piping, nice little dump pipe and an exhaust for it. So that's Tyson's car. A little bit of progress on that. Once we get the hoses and stuff, this thing will actually go back together pretty quickly because it's an SR and an SR chassis. While I was going, so this was like a complete factory engine with a factory exhaust manifold, factory turbo, factory intake, all that sort of stuff. So we've gone 6 boost and new turbo, obviously. So basically that allows me to delete a lot of the OEM stuff that was on it, as well as this thing is going Haltech with a wiring specialties harness. So we'll keep the idle air control, but pretty much anything other than that will be deleted. So gotten rid of all the emissions and recirculation stuff. That's really good, and we've thrown that in the bin. and we're going to tidy up a lot of the lines and hoses and stuff that always looks a bit messy. We can tidy that up and make it how we want it, not how Nissan made it. So Tyson's car.
Nissan was missing a few things.
Nissan was missing a few things. Well, Nissan wasn't missing anything. They had a lot of things.
Missing.
Yeah. So we're gonna. Daniel's working on Braaps.
Yeah, I'm over there doing it.
And I'm gonna start mounting the shifter in the Jag. So that's where we're up to.
We do a take back.
Greg, getting up with you.
Very expensive fidget spinner, George. Peckers. Sir Pecks. Can you watch this? Oh, get the f*** out.
The top bed come Spray George.
No, I'm good.
Right. So I've been working on the Jaguar this morning again, waiting on a cheeky little thing to turn up in the mail before we can progress any further up the front of the engine bay. So what we're doing now, or what I'm doing, sorry, this morning I've been mounting up the B&M Stealth Pro Ratchet shifter. This car was originally an automatic, and luckily, or luckily-ish, it had quite a large shifter assembly in it. So pretty much what I've done is, this is the factory piece here, just clearanced it out further to fit around the B&M one, and then just because the floor, I don't know if I can get this out, George. There we go, made a liar of me. There's a heap of wiring in here still, but basically the floor's uneven and the shifter is just a flat plane. So pretty much just picked the 4 bolt holes, picked one hole that was level out of all of them, which was lucky that there was one that was actually level, drilled that one first, and then made different height posts for the other holes to hold the shifter up central. So you, rather than try and pull all the center console out, pull all the wiring out, and then make a flat shifter plate, we just made posts off the bottom of the mounting holes so that we could just drill and put riv nuts in there and then bolt it in. So now it's super solid and all pretty much done. The only thing I got to do is just drill the hole for the cable to come through, and then that's it pretty much. Wire up the shifter, the reverse lockout, not the reverse lockout, the neutral safety switch and the reverse lights on the side here that get bolted in, and then the shifter's pretty much done. And now I'll put this back on for you. Painted it black for the moment so that it's not so disgusting to look at, because it was trimmed, so it was all like gross glue color and everything. So I've just painted it black, and we'll re-trim that. It was black vinyl. We'll probably just do it back in black vinyl or leather or whatever. We'll just re-trim it, and then put all the window switches and ashtrays and stuff back in it. But yeah, that's it. That's it. It's in. It's sick. I like it a lot. Got the interstate croquet meet at 10. But street racing at 11. Never late in a 5.7.
I'll make a cup of coffee.
I slap a bunch of hoarders.
Hello, mother!
Sam.
Has he got it?
No, you brought your daughter to work, or?
My daughter. Oh, Jesus. It's a child.
Hola.
Don't film it, George.
Hey, don't film me waving at a child. I'll be up like. Anyway.
I'm a busy beaver.
I'm a busy bloody beaver, better believe it.
Better believe it. Got the LS back out of the car yesterday, back out of the Jaguar. Got some, so I don't know if we're going to tell them yet.
If you guess.
I think they'll guess pretty easily. Got the sump pulled off, got some fittings welded onto that we're going to need later, as well as got the new rear main seal, intake manifold gaskets, and the cable conversion throttle. So it did have the loom and ECU that came with that engine was for a drive-by-wire throttle. I saw
Seen it coming out.
So
You're like, look at this. Look at the grin on him, look at him reach through the window.
Anyway, so it was a drive-by-wire throttle, which we didn't have the pedal for, and the car's already set up with the cable throttle, so it's kind of just, like we either went out of our way and put a pedal in it, or we went out of our way and converted it to cable. So we're going ahead, we're going to just change it to a cable. So I've got the loom stripped on the ground there next to George.
Right there, do a seal.
And I'm just going to start working on doing the cable conversion wiring. So we just got to swap some pins around in the connectors and add a couple wires to change the drive-by-wire wiring over to TPS and idle control. Yeah, mate, qualified. TPS and idle control. And then on top of that, we are not going to be running a MAF sensor on this, so it's going to be tuned on speed density. Is that what it's called?
Or tree density.
I think it's, I've always heard
so
it.
when your foliage is very full on your tree, you run off the tree density.
Anyway, so we're not going to run a MAF. It's going to be a MAF-less tune, so it means we've got to add an IAT sensor into the pipe, add the wiring for the IAT and give that to the ECU, because originally that would be inside the MAF. So do the wiring for that. That's what I'm doing. Daniel's been cooler piping.
Yeah, been doing a bit. Looking busy.
We've had Graham up the back, machine us up some 2.5 to 3 and 3.5 to 2.5 adapters and all that sort of stuff, so that all the transitions are. That's it. Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Over. I said over. I said over.
Bye.